What's it about this time? Oh, come on. Let me see it, please. Okay. Okay. Sam, don't you ever really get mad? There's that customer you've been asking about.
Fill her up, Mr. Clayton?
Sure. How are you? This is the young man I gave the old travel folders to. Sam, this is my wife, Norma. We just got married. You gonna wish us luck?
Hello, Sam.
You're 1,000 miles past your oil change. Beautiful car like this shouldn't let it go.
Now, can you do it quick?
Look at the time. You've got to get home for that Miami call.
Why don't you take a cab? It's going to take the better part of an hour. I'll drive it home. I know the address, Mr. Clayton.
Give him something, Phil.
There's a cab.
Thanks, Sam. I don't know.
The bomb?
Yeah, where are your keys?
Call the police.
The police? What are they going to do? Pick up some hitman? Maybe pick up something that'll get me 20 years? No way. Now, where are your keys?
They're in the car.
All right, now get out of here. Step on it. Two-bit amateur.
He's bad. A little bar in his chest.
Oh, doctor, please help him. They won't get him out of there.
Baker, get the metal shears out of the back of my van.
Baker, look at this. Somebody left a spare.
Has he ever had a heart condition?
No.
All right, Baker, cut right here. Now be very careful. Just relax, Mrs. Clayton. He's going to be all right.
Doctor, the other car was delivered from the gas station just about an hour before it happened. The kid that delivered the car was the last one into the garage.
What's the kid's name?
Sam.
Call Lieutenant Palmer. He may want to take care of this himself.
He gave you $5, you had the oil changed, then you drove it right back to his house?
Well, no, sir. Not exactly. It wasn't very nice what I did, but the car was so elegant. I just drove around with the radio playing loud. They have a 25 transistor FM with 4 speakers. That's luxury living, all right. I'll pay for the gas if I have to.
Where did you go?
Down the Riviera. The way the jet setters go, you know? Then I brought it back and left.
Is that all?
Yes, sir. How is Mr. Clayton?
I don't know. He may live. When you get through here today, come to headquarters. We'll need a signed statement.
Yes, sir.
Sam? Did he bug you about that Clayton thing?
Is there a florist nearby?
What?
I want to send something nice to Mr. Clayton.
What do I know from gang war? Nothing.
This is the 3rd time you've had me, Lieutenant. I've told her everything I know, and it's nothing.
Jack still hasn't told us anything, Lieutenant.
Yeah, you kidding? With all these others watching?
Look, Jack, this way nobody knows who tipped us.
Listen, officer, this is way out of my league. I never even hear a whisper from up where Clayton operates.
Sure, Jack.
Yeah, Lieutenant, you... Oh.
How is he?
We got the metal out. He's now in intensive care.
Did he say anything?
No.
No, naturally not. Now he gets his goons to hunt down the one who did it, and the one who hired him to do it, and his cousins, and we've got a bloodbath.
He had this clenched in his hand.
What is it?
Read the underlined words.
Elegant, jet setters, luxury, beautiful people. You have a point?
Yeah. The way it was underlined. Look, feel the back of that. Whoever did this was expressing emotion, anger. My point is that maybe this wasn't done by a professional.
It wasn't very nice what I did, but the car was so elegant. Just drove around it. That's luxury living. Riviera, the way the jet setters go.
What is that?
I just talked to the kid from the gas station. He delivered Clayton's car.
What's his address?
27th and Riverview. I just talked to him, I told you.
I don't want to talk to him. I want to see him.
Hey, this is where Phil Clayton had his car serviced, huh? You guys must have had some excitement here.
$1.18.
$1.18. Let's see, there's 15. And 3 is 18. Tell me, what kind of a guy was this Clayton?
Check under the hood?
Yeah. Can I get a cup of coffee around here?
Across the street.
Yeah. Park my car for me, will you? Sorry.
What do I put on the warrant? That he was breathing hard?
Dan, I'm pretty sure that guy is dangerous.
On what information?
Observable symptoms. Significant change in his respiration rate. I could hear it. I watched his face flush. I saw his jaw and temple muscles tightening. I bet his pulse was 110.
I can't touch him without evidence, not symptoms.
Are you going to take the chance that this boy will kill sooner or later, if he hasn't done it already?
There must be 1,000 known criminals out on that street today. I can't touch them either.
Lieutenant, here it is on Sam Dawes. No priors, no detentions, never any known contact with the law, and here's his high school record.
Underachiever, no trouble. No interscholastic involvement, no clubs, no detentions, no special skills.
Parents divorced. Lives with his father.
It's got a handle.
You Amos Dawes?
I don't know any bills this month.
I'm Dr. Locke.
Huh?
I'm with the police department.
Nobody ever knew about this place before. Somebody took blood money.
I do something wrong?
No, I just want to ask you some questions.
Ah. Well, sit down.
Mr. Dawes, do you recognize the name Phil Clayton?
No.
It's been all over the news, radio, television.
I watched the wrestling.
Your son ever mention the name?
No, I can't say that he did.
You ever see your son?
It's been a while.
He lives very nearby, you know.
No kidding. Well, they get that age you lose track. Ain't that the way it is?
Your son ever been in any kind of trouble, Mr. Dawes?
No. Well, listen, who knows? He was always in his room.
Studying?
Guess he was doing something.
Mr. Dawes, can you tell me anything about your son?
Sure. Anything you want to know. Ain't I been telling you?
Yeah, I guess you have.
I'm sorry. I have these flowers from Mr. Clayton, and they wouldn't tell me his room.
Well, Mr. Clayton is under special police protection.
I'm a friend. Well, not really. He's just been nice to me, and I thought...
Okay. Go straight down the hall, and you can give them to the guard.
The important thing is the gift. Just see he gets them. Please?
Bill, quit. Get out of the rackets. Stay alive.
These were just delivered.
There's no card?
No.
Who brought them?
Nice young man.
Lay down.
The window.
This is the bullet we took out of the wall at Phil Clayton's hospital room. The other one killed the bank president last month, the Montrose Bank. He was shot to death as he walked through his garage.
Any criminal connection?
None whatsoever. The man was an ideal citizen all his life.
Maybe he was a criminal. In Sam Dawes' eyes. Dan, I know there's violence there. We have to get this kid off the streets.
How do I do that without evidence?
At least we can search his apartment.
Yeah, well, you talk to the judge. He claims I don't have enough evidence for a search warrant.
This boy is violent. What do we have to do, wait for him to prove it?
Simon, I've got a tail on him. What more can I do? The world is filled with people just this side of violence. We can't do anything about them until a crime has been committed. It's lousy, but there it is.
Hi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. Your landlady said you live with Sam Dawes.
We share an apartment. It cuts the rent. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing between us. He sleeps in the front room. That's his idea. So if there's trouble, we don't split that either.
Could I talk to you about him?
You a cop?
I'm a doctor with the police department.
I can't tell you much about him. He's always smiling. He's very polite, and he never gets angry, even when somebody does something wrong to him. It's like being friends with a doorknob. I don't know why I let him in here, and I don't know why I gave him a helping hand.
Why don't you ask him to leave?
I'm afraid of him. That's his bed.
There he is. Do you think the doctor can get him to confess?
No.
Then what are we doing?
We're just backing up Locke in case there's trouble. And if there is, then we can arrest him.
Yeah, I think we should grab him now.
Jones, I talked to that boy. There's not a lawyer in the country could crack him. No one's been able to reach him. That's why he's that way.
Well, what can Locke do?
I don't know, but whatever it is, he's doing it right about now.
We were just talking about you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I never been anywhere. Never done anything. What's to say?
You were at the hospital where Phil Clayton is, weren't you?
I brought him some flowers.
Somebody put a bullet into his room after you left.
Boy, that guy sure has troubles. I think I'm gonna be moving on, Wilma. Unless I'm under arrest.
No, you're not under arrest. Where will you go?
Oh, I don't know. Someplace elegant. Trip around the world.
It's a coincidence. Joseph Bronson just got back from a trip around the world a couple of months ago.
Who?
The president of the Montrose Bank. Somebody shot him to death outside his house.
Some way to end a trip.
Phil Clayton and his wife just got back from a trip, too. Somebody tried to kill him. What do you two talk about, Wilma?
We never talk about anything.
You don't talk about travel? Tell me something, Dawes. In your whole life, have you ever been out of that room you stayed in day after day while your father sat outside?
My father likes me.
I think your father loves you. He just didn't give you what you needed. It's not his fault. He didn't have it to give. But ever since you were a child, you've been trying to get out of that room. And every time you read about somebody going someplace, that made you very angry, didn't it? Angry enough to kill.
Is that true? Tell me.
You can't even talk to a girl who was kind to you. You're a child, Dawes. You're still in that small room, dreaming and hating. Turn yourself in before you hurt somebody else.
No. I'm out of small rooms. I won't ever go back into one.
I I have to stop you, Dawes. I'll get a court order.
Sam.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You don't have any of the things they have. Those cars, those trips. So just let me go.
No. The police are waiting outside. No, stay here. Dan, don't fire!
Dead?
No, I think he's gonna be all right. Jones, get my stretcher. Right.
It's out of his head. I was so scared. I didn't know how to get near to you.
You know what's really scary? Out there. How many more are just like this boy?
Well, I signed all the papers them doctors and lawyers wanted for that hospital and all.
How's your son doing, Mr. Dawes?
Well, all right, I guess.
You haven't been up to see him?
No.
Doesn't he want to see you?
Well, it's a very long trip, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get up to the hospital from time to time, Mr. Dawes. I'll tell your son you ask for him.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go now, if that's all right.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn.
Okay.
Well, at least the boy is in a place where he can't do any more harm.
For how long, Dan? He'll be a nice, quiet patient in an understaffed, poorly equipped mental hospital. Won't cause any trouble because they don't have anything that he wants. Now forget about him for a couple of years and then release him as cured.